Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope everyone is well. So in this video I'm going to demonstrate how you can import MongoDB data and create a new MongoDB user to use that data. So now if I go to terminal, my MongoDB is already connected, so I will just disconnect from the MongoDB. I'll press Ctrl C. So this is disconnected. So let me just clear this one out, and if I type sudo mongodb port 27017, this is the default port of MongoDB, and the DB path is, this is my custom path. You can have your custom path. So my custom path is sites data DB. So if I press enter, this asks for the password, the sudo password. Okay, fine. So MongoDB is connected. So if I go to MongoDB Compass that we have just installed, and if I just go to, let's say, or maybe DC4SK. Okay, so right now this is my MongoDB database. So DC4SK is the database, and these are the collections. So I'll show you how to create a new collection and import the create a new database and import the collections, these collections inside that database. So as you can see, this is the databases section. So if you click on plus, this will enable you to create a new database. So let me give a unique name to the database. Let's say DC4SK and 456. So this is a unique database name in my MongoDB database. So for convenience, we have to give a default collection name. We'll delete that collection later. So I'll just give that name test to enable this create database button. So right now I can click the create database button. So if I click on it, this will create a new database named DC4SK 456. As you can see, DC4SK 456 database is created with a new collection test. So what I want to do is, if I go to my folder structure, which is in Finder, and I go to desktop, and this is my item. So if I go into the item, go into the installation directory and database directory, and this directory DC4SK Mongo. So I have these three collections. What I will do here now is to import these collections into this database. So as you can see, there is a plus option. So it says create collection. So if I click on this, a modal will appear, and this will say this will ask or prompt for a collection name. So I'll name it based on the JSON files that are there, so which is Mongo surveys. So if I give the collection name Mongo surveys and create the collection, this will create the Mongo surveys collection. So if I add the data, let's say import JSON or CSV file. So if I want to import the CSV file, as you can see, the CSV file is in DC version 2, this project, installation, database, DC4SK Mongo, this Mongo surveys.json file. So if I select this one, this will, and import, click on import, this will import these these collection data. Mongo surveys collection is filled with the collection data. So we can do the similar process for survey answer and survey report. So for survey answer, I'll give survey ans name exactly matching the JSON file name. So I'll create the collection, add the data by importing this. Okay, so now it's populated, and I'll also do this for survey report, exactly how this is named. So I'll just add the data, which is this one. So the survey report data is also populated. Now I can just delete the test collection. Okay, I can delete the test collection. I can drop this collection. Sorry, not this one, but this one. Okay, so now I have the three collections here within the DC4SK 456 database. Another thing that I want to show is how to create a user. So in order to create a user and use this database, I'll go to this. As you can see, this is the Mongo shell script. So if I go to Google and just type how to create a user in MongoDB. You can see I have grepper installed, but you can also go to the MongoDB installation manual. If I go to the MongoDB installation or MongoDB user creation manual, it has this command db.createUser. So I'll write this command. If I go to the MongoDB graphical user interface, as you can see, I'm in the DC4SK database, so I have to switch the database. So in order to switch the database, I'll do use DC4SK 456. Okay, so now I am switched to the database DC4SK 456. So now I'll use this command, which is db.createUser. So db.createUser, and it will be taking a JSON document, which is user is, let's say the username is Saif admin 123, and the password is let's say the password is, here it says password prompt, it asks for a prompt, but I'll give a static password for now. I'll give, let's say, DC4SK 456, and the roles that the user will have is the roles, and the roles that the user will have is two different type of roles. The first role is read and write, and the second role is, the first role is read and write, and the second role is read, let's say. And the DB, let's say the DB is let me just give one role. Okay, let me just give one role, which is read write, and the DB is, of course, DC4SK 456. So if I click enter, this will show that the role has been assigned. So this is how you can create a DB user and have access to the data in the database.